Continuous growth is one of the core principles of modern business, and companies are always looking for new ways to expand their market share and profits. Releasing new products is one of the most important ways that companies can fuel their growth, and Tesla is keenly aware of that fact. They are, in their own words, in between growth waves right now, and that's reflected in their slowing sales these last few months. The Cybertruck is still a very niche and expensive vehicle, and with the release of the new Model 3, the rest of their fleet is starting to feel a bit dated by comparison. The company has been going through a lot of internal restructuring and goal shifting, but they ultimately know how important it is to release new products in order to stay relevant. Today we're going to break down the 10 new upcoming products from Tesla across a number of different markets, so let's get into it. While Tesla is primarily known as a consumer vehicle manufacturer, they are making some big moves to turn themselves into far more than just that. Tesla has been making huge investments into their AI systems that power their full self-driving technology, and that will play a huge part into the first product today, the Robotaxi. Tesla has been working on this potentially revolutionary new product for a while now, but a few months ago, Elon Musk announced that they would be finally showing it off on August 8th of this year. The Robotaxi is planned to be a fully autonomous ride-sharing vehicle that can pick up and drop off passengers without any human behind the wheel. Tesla plans to make this service so affordable and comprehensive that it will revolutionize the ride-sharing business and make it even cheaper than owning a car for most people. Every time that someone takes a ride, Tesla will be either taking a share of the profits or the full profits, depending on who owns the car, and rideshare will likely grow steadily over time. For Tesla, these dedicated robotaxis will have a lot of benefits over their traditional vehicles. For one, these vehicles can be made for much cheaper since they don't need any of the pedals, steering wheel, mirrors, or features that are designed purely for a driver. Many of them will also be able to get away with a smaller, cheaper battery since it will be able to autonomously charge itself in between the mostly short trips that it will likely take. For longer trips, they can have a fleet of specific vehicles equipped with bigger batteries rather than needing to have every car have a huge battery that it won't use all the time. Unlike most consumer vehicles that sit idle all day while you work or are at home, the Robotaxi can constantly be running and will reduce the total number of vehicles that people will need to own. Taking cars off the road will be both better for traffic and will help Tesla's goal of accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy. This product isn't a guaranteed success, however, and Tesla is really betting its future on it doing well. There will be development hurdles for the software itself, as well as regulatory hurdles in order to get this vehicle on most, let alone all city streets, and FSD still has a lot of work left to do. The software is advancing very rapidly, but it does still make mistakes, and that's something you can't take lightly when the vehicle likely won't have any way for a driver to take over in case of emergency. Currently, the driver is still responsible for anything that happens while FSD is engaged in a Tesla vehicle, and it will be a big moment when Tesla is willing to accept liability for anything that one of their cars does while operating autonomously. There are still a lot of lingering questions regarding the Robotaxi, so we'll have to wait until the reveal event on August 8th to learn more. During their recent shareholder meeting, Tesla showed off a graphic that outlined their current and future products, including 3 vehicles that were under wraps. One of those is presumably the Robotaxi, but that leaves 2 upcoming products that haven't been announced yet. 2 of the vehicles share the same silhouette, likely as just a placeholder graphic, but one of the covered vehicles has a distinctly unique shape. Based on its boxy appearance, this has led to a lot of speculation that Tesla may be planning to build a van. In his second master plan for Tesla, Elon Musk talked about Tesla developing high passenger density urban transport, and as of this third master plan, wrote that building a van wasn't out of the question. Building a passenger or commercial van would allow Tesla to fill one of the few remaining market niches that they don't already have a vehicle in. A commercial van would be great for businesses doing direct-to-customer deliveries, like what Rivian has done with their electric Amazon delivery vans that are expanding to other companies. Vans are extremely versatile vehicles, and Tesla jumping into that market could be a great path to pursue. There are a few options on the market like the VW ID Buzz or the Ford e-Transit, but Tesla's advanced technology and batteries could do a lot to make these vehicles more practical and attractive to consumers and businesses. As for that third vehicle under wraps, this one is a bit more of a mystery than it might have seemed like a few months ago. For years, it was reported widely that Tesla was working on a truly affordable EV, often nicknamed the Model 2, but it seems like plans for that specific car have been put on indefinite hold. Still, Tesla recognizes the fact that there is immense demand for a more affordable electric vehicle, and has hinted at something to sell in that category. Tesla said that they would be moving to launch a slate of new vehicles sooner than their previously targeted goal of the second half of 2025, quote, including more affordable models. These new models will not be built using the same architecture as the Robotaxi, which the previously announced affordable vehicle was designed to do, and instead will rely more heavily on the platform of their current slate of vehicles. They are likely to incorporate some of the newer tech from the updated platform, but basing it predominantly on older tech will have a number of benefits. These cars can likely be built on the same assembly lines as their current gen vehicles, and will save the company a lot of money in total development and retooling costs. This vehicle could take a lot of different forms, but current rumors suggest that we may see this car be an effectively stripped down Model 3 hatchback. In order to hit more affordable price goals, we could see Tesla remove some of the more luxurious features of this car like ventilated seats, as well as implementing a cheaper LFP battery cell in exchange for less range. If they were to implement a similar systems architecture and steer-by-wire systems like we've seen in the Cybertruck, then that could do a lot to reduce the weight and cost of this vehicle by removing unnecessary wiring. This vehicle offers a great opportunity for Tesla to bring a new, more affordable option to market, while not having to completely start from scratch. A lot of speculation seems to point towards this vehicle coming in closer to $30,000 to $32,000, rather than a base price of $25,000. If it's eligible for the federal EV tax credit, then that would bring the price down pretty substantially for many customers. Offering cheaper options will be a key factor to ensuring the future growth of electric vehicles, so I can't wait to see what Tesla is working on for this third vehicle. Earlier this year, Tesla released the refreshed version of their Model 3 sedan in the United States, and it offered a ton of great improvements over its predecessor. On the back of that, a lot of people were naturally excited to see that those improvements would make their way over to Tesla's best-selling vehicle, the Model Y. Tesla has been working on this vehicle for a while now under the codename Juniper, and it is likely to include many of the great upgrades we saw from the Model 3. A lot of early rumors suggested that we might see this vehicle launch sometime this year, but Elon has confirmed on several occasions not to expect it in 2024. While the Juniper Model Y may have some additional bells and whistles, it should at least have everything that came to the Model 3. That includes a redesigned exterior that offers sharper angles, new head and tail lights, new mirrors, redesigned wheel covers, and a new selection of colors. The car is made with higher quality materials and has an advanced suspension that dramatically reduces road noise and smooths out the ride considerably. On the inside, the car will feature a redesigned center console, wraparound LED light strip, 2 wireless phone chargers, redesigned armrests, storage, and seats, likely with added ventilation. Perhaps controversially for some, this updated Model Y will also likely see the removal of stalks behind the steering wheel for shifting and turn signals. On the Model 3, signaling is done via buttons on the steering wheel, and shifting is done on screen. While some don't care about this change, there are many who feel frustrated by this design choice on this car. Ultimately, Tesla believes that people will eventually opt to use FSD more than drive manually, and that the stocks aren't really necessary. But until then, many may not like this particular choice, at least not until they get used to it. Similarly, many are expecting a new refresh to come soon, both to the Model S and Model X. Both of these vehicles saw a refresh in 2021, but haven't seen many changes since, and the latest versions of their cheaper cars are quickly closing the gap to Tesla's luxury options. These changes will likely not be as sweeping as those on the Model 3, but will help to keep these cars feeling modern and competitive. Aesthetically, these vehicles are likely to see the inclusion of the same ambient light strip that we've seen on both the Model 3 and Cybertruck. It's a nice look and is seemingly becoming a unifying feature of Tesla's overall design language. The biggest reported change is the likely inclusion of at least one added camera into the front bumper to improve forward-facing visibility. We don't have a ton of word on when this vehicle may come, but it's reasonable that we could expect it sometime in the next year. It will likely have additional features on top of those, but for now this is all we know about these upcoming vehicles. Another long-anticipated vehicle is one that Tesla has been working on for a very long time now, and is actually an update to the first vehicle that they ever made, the Roadster. We first heard about this redesigned Roadster sports car all the way back in 2017, and since then we've heard a lot of promises about the impending release of this car. Now, almost 8 years later, it's still not on the road, and the claims surrounding it are getting bolder all the time. During its initial unveil event, Tesla promised that this car would hit a 0 to 60 in just 1.9 seconds and travel 620 miles on a single charge. In 2021, 4 years after it was first unveiled, Tesla then claimed that a SpaceX-branded upgrade featuring special cold air thrusters could propel it up to 60 in just 1.1 seconds. A few months ago, Elon Musk claimed that they were aiming for a 0 to 60 time in less than a second, and that the Roadster would even be able to fly to a limited extent. Elon Musk is known for being extremely ambitious regarding their future vehicles, and the Roadster, now many years behind schedule and likely to stretch even further, is probably the greatest example of that principle. If there is a feature that would be cool on a car, no matter how unrealistic, it feels like Elon Musk has probably said they're working on it at some point. Many people are starting to feel like we might not ever see this vehicle. Then again, people said similar things about the Cybertruck, which had a long period between its initial unveil and when they finally started deliveries. The Cybertruck didn't hit on all the specs that were originally promised, especially regarding price and maximum range, so it's fair to assume that the same might happen with the Roadster. If this car is ever properly released, then it will undoubtedly be a cutting-edge vehicle, but it's safer to err on the side of skepticism regarding some of its more outlandish features. Then again, you never know, maybe someday Tesla will be selling a flying, rocket-powered car. Only time will tell. That felt more like a joke at the time than a concrete plan, but sure enough, a year later, they brought out their first prototype on stage. It could slowly walk, wave to the audience, and do some other simple tasks, but in subsequent years, we saw an unparalleled explosion in the things that this robot could do. Over a short period of time, we've seen it become increasingly dexterous, mobile, and able to handle increasingly complex tasks. With the second generation Optimus upgrade, it gained a more refined exterior, more precise motor control, and increased autonomous capabilities. We've seen tons of different companies over the years develop humanoid robots, so what is it that would make Optimus so special? In short, it is because of the AI systems that run the Tesla bot and are used to train it. Optimus is equipped with the same cameras and computing hardware that powers FSD in Tesla's current vehicles, which allows Optimus to sense and react to its environment extraordinarily well. Those AI systems allow for Optimus to be trained extensively by humans to start, and then it will get better at those tasks through on-the-job practice and further training. With the coming hardware revision, Elon has promised that soon Optimus will be able to perform almost any task after a short demonstration or even after watching a video. These robots have the potential to completely upend the entire way we think of work. Tesla already has 2 of these robots working in their factories doing simple jobs, and their autonomy and capability are going to expand rapidly. Soon they may be able to handle any job that a human could, and Tesla is expecting to eventually sell them for only $20,000. This could have an earth-shattering impact on the human relationship with labor, and Tesla is at the forefront of this technology, especially when it comes to scaling and manufacturing. In the meantime, Tesla is expecting to have 1,000 units of Optimus working in their factories by sometime next year. Only time will tell how fast Optimus actually grows, and whether Tesla can live up to any or all of these lofty robotics promises, but it is truly exciting to say the least. As always though, those are all the things that Tesla has told us about this product, so the future will tell whether or not they deliver those. One Tesla product that doesn't get much attention, despite the immense utility that it offers, is their Powerwall home battery system. Tesla started rolling out the 3rd edition of their Powerwall product a few months ago, but it has only recently become widely available. The Powerwall is a home energy storage solution that allows you complete control over how your electricity is used. By connecting it to the grid and/or your home solar system, the Powerwall can charge itself and power your home in the cheapest and most environmentally friendly way possible. It can keep a backup supply of power to keep you going during a blackout, and sell your generated power back to the grid during peak hours to make you a steady profit. The Powerwall 3 offers greater power output that will enable it to keep high-energy appliances like dryers going during a blackout. Unlike previous versions, the Powerwall 3 will offer cheaper DC expansions that will enable you more modularly to expand your home battery to fit your needs. The Powerwall integrates seamlessly with existing solar systems, and the intuitive app allows you complete control over your electricity. Another Tesla energy product that has been working steadily behind the scenes that few may be aware of is their innovative Autobidder software. Autobidder manages the electricity generated by independent energy producers and battery owners, analyzing real-time data to set prices and sell that energy on the free market. Since rolling out this product in 2020, Tesla has made this software available to owners of all of their energy storage products, from Powerwalls all the way up to Megapacks. In 2021, Tesla was managing around 1.2 gigawatt hours of energy, and as of last year, that has grown up to 7 gigawatt hours. With all of those batteries in their portfolio, Tesla claims to have generated over $330 million in profits spread across all of its energy storage product owners. Even utility companies have said that Tesla's Autobidder is a game changer and has loosened their grip over the electric industry. Tesla's stationary energy storage solutions are a big and growing business for the company, and really shows how much Tesla has branched out from just making electric cars, and have been pushing towards a renewable energy economy as a whole. Last but certainly not least is the future of a current Tesla product, FSD, or full self-driving. Every Tesla vehicle is equipped with the cameras and hardware to run their innovative FSD software, and they are all sending data back to the company to continue training it to be better. While the promise of FSD has undoubtedly driven a lot of Tesla sales, the automaker has long been interested in licensing it out to other automakers for use. It was reported a few months ago that Tesla was deep in negotiations with another major automaker to implement the FSD software into their upcoming vehicles. During a recent shareholder meeting, Elon even said that he thought a deal could be reached sometime as soon as this year. Even if that is the case, it would likely be several years before another company could release a product that utilizes this software, considering all the cameras and computers that need to be built into the design to facilitate full self-driving. Another good point here is that Tesla still has yet to deliver full self-driving on the Cybertruck, and that's their own vehicle. So if you imagine that coming from another company with their own design, it may take some time. That said, if all of this is successful, Tesla would be revolutionizing the transportation industry with their FSD package and Robotaxis. Them opening up this software to other automakers could unlock a huge new income stream. Why would an automaker spend billions to develop their own autonomy programs that will likely be worse for a long time when they can just lease it from Tesla instead? Across multiple industries, Tesla is making revolutionary new products that could fundamentally shake up the status quo for everyone. From transportation to power generation to humanoid robotics, Tesla is undoubtedly one of the most exciting companies out there right now. But of course, all of this is contingent on these products actually coming to market. Tesla clearly has a very full docket, and we can look forward to a number of exciting new products from them in the coming years. That's all for today, so in the meantime, if you're interested to learn even more about Tesla's Robotaxi program and what it would mean for Tesla if it's successful or not, you can check out that video linked up here or in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.